Hey folks, it's your main man Ian, and I wanted to do a video here talking about why it is important to do a treat pouch. A lot of times clients come here and they're using maybe a pocket in their pants, or they're using a sweatshirt to hold the food, or maybe they have a bag in their hand with food, or even sometimes they're just carrying the food around in their hand, and that's great. It's great to be working with food with your dog, but it's much better to be using a treat pouch to have the food be carried in. And the reason why is threefold, okay? One reason why the treat pouch is so important is it creates a place where we can have the food, that we can get the food out within 1 or 2 seconds very easily. If the food's in my pocket and I reach in, it's like 1,000, 2, 1,000, and I give the dog food. If it's in a little baggie and I got to open it, that might take 3 or 4 seconds. Really, we want to give the food within 1 to 2 seconds after we tell the dog they did things properly. So the ability to just reach into the pouch, grab the food, and give it to the dog is really crucial, okay? The second reason we want to use the pouch is tying into the first reason. If we're not able to get the food quickly, we might feel that the dog is not being rewarded soon enough. And so there's a tendency to put all the food in our hand so that we can feed the dog really quickly, okay? The problem with that is if we don't give the dog all the food in our hand and they do it perfectly, they might feel that they didn't do it perfectly because we withheld some of the reward in our hand, okay? A second thing that can happen is our dog will become overly obsessed with the hand because the hand always has food in it. And it will be hard for us to tell the dog, hey, stop focusing on my hand, look up at my eyes, or focus on what I'm saying, because the dog is going to say to us, no, your hand has food all the time, and that's why I want to focus on your hand. When I have a pouch, it's easy for me to recognize that that's happening, get the food out of my hand, and even show the dog, there's no food in my hand. Hey, look up here. Okay, good job. And then I reach in and I give the food. Okay, so first reason is we get the food quickly. That's great. The second reason we use a pouch is so that we're not loading up the hand with a bunch of food and carrying around food in our hand. And that's great. And the third thing is the dog is very good at getting food. And so when you have a pouch and you put your food in here, it's easy to like close the pouch like this, and the dog can't get the food out of here. It's easy to take your pouch, put it up on a shelf, put it in a drawer, and close the drawer, okay? And then your dog knows, hey, when the pouch is out, it's training time. But if the pouch isn't out, it's maybe not training time, or like the pouch isn't something I can really succeed at getting the food from, so I'm not going to spend my time doing that. What I've seen happen if we put food in our clothes is our dog can actually find our clothes and actually eat our clothes trying to get to the food. Or we'll have a dog, like let's say we use a plastic bag, where now every time we make a plastic bag crinkling sound, the dog is like, oh my gosh, there's food, and there might not be food. Or let's say every time we reach into our pocket to get our keys, our dog's like, oh man, maybe they're getting food, but we're not getting food. Having that pouch there makes it really clear for the dog to understand, like, hey, there's something you're gonna see, and when you see me wearing this, it really is time for training, and there's no particular sound that's associated with me getting food out of it for you to listen to, so you really gotta listen to my voice or the clicker to know if you're doing the right thing. And then also, I'm decreasing the risk that my clothes are going to get ruined from sending them through the wash with food in them, or my dog is going to inadvertently eat some of my clothes trying to get that little bit of food out of my pocket that's still in there. So I hope you found this video helpful. I do suggest you find a treat pouch that's the right fit. I'm going to do a video talking about, how to select the right treat pouch, because I do think this is a topic of discussion that's important to consider. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, and also know you can always hire me. I'm available for remote sessions online. You can go to my website, followtheleadercanine.com. You can go online on Instagram and see my videos I put up every day. You can even go to my website and look out for that poetry book that I'm about to produce anytime here. It's going to be available. Remember, as always, we don't blame them, we train them, folks.